Hey everybody, welcome to Midday Market. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Instructor here at VectorVest. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here. Welcome to a brand new week that's going to be very interesting. If you can hear me, by all means, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation. Let me know that I'm coming across loud and clear. Also, let me know where you're tuning in from as well. Joey's working in the background for me to see if I can get the Facebook people on board. For some reason, I can't get them yet, but Joey's working on it. And once I can, I'll get to talk to them. So let's see, where you guys all coming in from? Southern California. Why are we dead? We're not dead. I got Adrian from the Netherlands. Sonny can hear me. I got John in Boston. Virginia's in here. And we're going to talk about that too, Christian. A bloodbath in the market. Nick told me to buy now. I'm dead. You ain't dead. Calgary is in here. Chief and Commander. Seattle is here. Missouri is here. Minnesota is here. Man, this is coming. Greece. Yanni. I got somebody from Greece. Takanis. Kalasi. Kala? Yeah, I can speak a little bit of Greek. The rest of the words I know are all bad words. We don't want to talk about those. It's all bad words. We don't want to do that. Low Sound Beats is in North Carolina. Awesome. Just like us, we're in North Carolina as well. I don't know where you are in North Carolina, but we may not be that far from each other. Here we go. I got Georgia. I got Massachusetts, Brazil, Zimbabwe. Excellent. We got Zimbabwe in the house. Yanni says Kala. There you go. So again, I can talk a little bit of Greek. Again, we're working on the YouTube side of the house. The Facebook side of the house. I can't talk to you guys just quite yet. Hold on. Let me see what this one says. This one says still May 2nd. That's all right. Joey's working on it. I've got Belgium. I got people from all over. And I want to say, again, thank you so much for supporting our YouTube channel. We got a lot to talk about today, especially with everyone, a couple of people in the room talking about the bloodbath in the street. As you can see with our traffic light, a lot of red popping up, but big thing is all of the major indices are down. It looks like the NASDAQ is leading the charge to the downside. Is it too late to buy the Qs with the market so far down, says Jenny? You know, right now, I'm going to tell you to sit still. This is my best guidance that I can give. If you're currently in stocks right now, don't be afraid to take profits off of some of those stocks. If you're taking some losses in those stocks, think about closing some of those positions. I can't tell you what to do, right? Are we at a bottom? I'm not sure if we're at a bottom or not. We've got a couple of days until the CPI comes out, which is going to talk about inflation. Is it getting better? And this is why I think it's an interesting week. If interest or inflation is starting to get better, does the Fed still raise interest rates at the rate that they want to do it, at the 50 basis points? Does the market like it if inflation is still high but getting better? Because now the Fed's got to make a decision. You raise the interest rates to slow the economy, but if the economy is already starting to slow, do you still raise interest rates at that clip? So there's a lot going on in the background that's going to be able to affect our stocks in the stock market. What profits? This last week has been horrid. I got profits from some stocks, Roger. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Why? Because I'm in whatever industries are hot, and I'm in some contra ETFs to hedge my portfolio. Am I still playing petroleum? Absolutely. Am I taking a hit today? Absolutely. But I know that long term, with the way that the market is, with inflation the way that it is, that I still think that petroleum is still going to be a good play until something changes that. Glenn, why is crypto getting nailed so bad? I still think that with everything that's going on in the market altogether, crypto was going down beforehand. I thought that when when Elon Musk bought Twitter, that was going to shine some light on crypto. I got a story on here about U.S. investing in crypto. Other than that, crypto's just been a tough place to be. It really is a tough place to be. Kenneth says, covered my shorts about 10 minutes ago, made a bunch. Did not want to give it back. And I'm on board with that. I am definitely on board with if you've made some money in some of your stocks, do not be afraid to take some of that off the table. All right. It took NASDAQ 12 years to recover. You talking about since COVID or since, are you talking about 2007, the housing bubble, Alan? You could be talking about the housing bubble. Don't invest another dime until Wall Street makes laws to protect investors against CEO investing their own money into other companies that have nothing to do with the company. Emmeline, I don't know about all of that, so I can't talk intelligibly about what I don't know, nor will I. I think that as an owner of a company, they're able to buy whatever they want, wherever they want. Do you want to be told what stocks you can or cannot buy? All right. So I'm putting that out there that way, Emmeline. City of Love says, are we at a bottom? That's a question I've gotten a couple of times by way of email. And the answer is the only way you know you're at a bottom is when the market stops going up, stops going down and starts going up. That's the only way. Due to the major drop, would now be a good time to practice the 3-day rule. When you say the 3-day rule, expand on that. What is the 3-day rule? Give us something positive, please. Well, the positive things is companies are still making money and people are still looking for, companies still looking for people to work. All right. Normally, when you have bad inflation and all of this stuff and the market starts to slow down, it usually affects jobs. Unemployment is still at 3.8. It's still low overall. Companies are still having a hard time finding people because of the wages. You got to raise wages to keep up with high inflation. And are companies willing to do that? Some companies are, most companies are not. So a lot of great questions coming on. And that stems from a lot of what's going on in the market. So let's do this. If you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon. Also, if you're new to the channel or if you normally support the channel, send out a copy, put a copy of this link to this live stream in your social circles. Let's get other people into the room because I think that it's important that we talk about, not just me sitting here telling you, oh, go buy this stock or let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. That's what I like about what we do here on Midday Market. We talk about what's going on and we help to set up a plan to, in effect, help us. So do that. Take a moment right now, copy the link, put it out on your social circles. Let's have a conversation about what's going on because yes, there's blood in the streets, but can you still make money? And the answer to that question is yes. Stay with me to the end. I'm going to give you some tips on what to do to still try to make money in the market right now, number one. And number two, you see this awesome mug that I have in my hand? I'm going to give one of these away today. You want something positive? I'm going to try to give, at least give a VectorVest mug away today. I'm not going to tell you what the keyword is yet. And how do we explain the panic then? That's people. That's people following the herd. Raphael, it is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's people following the herd, listening to what they have on TV. What's up, Joey? Well, Joey, you said something. Okay, then he stopped saying something. All right, let's get into what stories I got going on. Contras are making money, and you know something? That might be a way to still make some money right now, Merrick. All right, remember, I want you guys to share this link right now on your social circles. Let's get some people in here. All right, John says, I love you, young man. I'm an old man in Vancouver. There you go. I love VectorVest sending good vibes. Liquidation, indiscriminate selling is herd mentality. Listen, I am so thinking that this is not, you want to know about what's going on in the panic? I don't think that this is the average investor investing right now. I think this is a lot of algo trading. If you agree with that, type of one in the room. I don't think it's the retail investor moving the market right now. I think it's a lot of the algos trying to keep ahead of what's going on in the market. So if you believe that, type of one. So you ask the question about the panic in the room or the panic going on. I don't think it's us panicking. I honestly don't think it's us panicking. I think a lot of us are sitting around going, what the flying flip am I supposed to be doing? All right. And from that perspective, I don't think that it's us panicking. I really think it's the algos trying to determine what they need to do. And I think that that's what happened on last Wednesday and Thursday, because there was no good news coming out of the Fed. The Fed just said, yeah, we're going to work on it. There was no really good news. I think it was the algos. I really, really think that market makers tantrum, says David. I'm with that. Let me see. Get ready for, I'm not talking about politics in here, Danny. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't do that. This is all about the market and how we're going to help you guys make money and how we can help each other. All right. Too many regular people are over leveraged through 2021 and retail investors. I hear that too. All right. Please advise me when share market will go up. Shamim, if I could do that, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you right now. Just think about that. Just think about what you just said. I don't know. Lord knows I don't know. All I can do is try to help keep you on the right side of the market. That's all I can do. All right. Here's news. Stock sell-off continues on new concerns about global economy. Global economy, a lot of that is coming from China. What's going on in China and going on in Shanghai and going on with COVID. Somebody already typed in the room that get ready, that we're going to hear a lot of talk coming into the summer. And I really do think this is going to happen as well, talking about big cases rising in the U.S. on coronavirus. I am a big believer. This is just my own personal opinion. I've been vaccinated. I think it's my personal opinion that we are getting, if we're not already there, close to herd mentality. Most of the people that have been in our circles, our families, all that stuff, have already gotten COVID. I think we're really close to herd mentality. That's just me. All right. Do we need to shut down and all of that all over again? The answer to that question, I don't think so. I think as long as we just practice safe stuff, we'll be okay. Herd immunity, you mean, what did I say? What did I say? Herd what? Did I say immunity? Didn't I not say it? I thought I said. Did I not say the right thing? You are who your herd is. All right. All right. And I've heard this said a lot. The time to buy is when there's blood in the streets, especially when that blood is your own. Well, let's talk about that. We're going to talk about that. All right. So a lot of the global economy is coming out of China. What's going on, what they're doing there? Let's go here. The Fed hikes are good for banks. I've been saying that for the longest time, but we haven't seen the banks take off as much as I thought that they were going to when the Fed started raising rates. Higher rates are usually good news for banks, but not this year. People are worried that the Fed will push until something breaks, and a lot of it is coming out of this word recession. Hopefully you watched the video that I recently put out talking about stagflation, disinflation, and recession. It had explained what they all were and what was needed for all three of these things to happen. If the inflation number comes out better than expected or better than it was from the last reporting, I still think it's going to be in the sevens, but we were at 8.5. If it comes in the 7 point whatever, that's better than what it was the last period, which means inflation is getting better, but it's still high. That's where disinflation comes in. That's where disinflation comes in. And then the Fed's got to make a decision. The Fed's got to make a decision on what he wants to do. But Powell says the economy is great. I still think that the economy is still going up, Peter. Why? Because companies are still making money in their companies. We're going to know when the economy starts to slow down, when companies start missing earnings. All right. People are still buying things, Peter, as well. So keeping all of that in mind. Let's go to my next one. Consumer Price Index, Disney earnings, what to know this markets this week. This is going to be the big thing that everybody's looking at this week. It's going to be the Consumer Price Index. Is inflation still high? And if it is it going up even more? Or possibly is what the Fed doing affecting it? I don't think it's what the Fed is doing at this particular point in time. I think that it's the American people saying, screw this. I'm not paying all this money for this, that, the other thing. That's another way to get inflation to come down. When America says, I'm not paying these exorbitant prices, and guess what? Companies are going to have to come down on their prices. goods are going to have to come down on their prices. The demand will decrease, and then the supply will be there, and then they're going to have to come down, or else they won't sell anything. All right, that's another way to do it. So if you just let the markets, let the economy go on its own, high inflation, people are not going to, now the people are going to pay high prices for the stuff that they got to have, but the stuff that they don't have to have, they're going to start saying, I don't want to buy it, and that'll be it. That'll be it. All right. So Disney's caught up in a whole political sandstorm right now. I'm thinking I want to see how that's going to affect their earnings. So Disney earnings is going to be important. It's my personal opinion. Elon Musk does not belong in the IPO market. He does not have the mindset for everyone. He's a businessman in for himself until he proves otherwise. This is real. Well, you know something? There's a lot of businessmen, business people. It's all about making money. That's called capitalism. All right, am I lying? It's called capitalism. And a lot of people say, well, these greedy people should be sharing their money. They ain't got to do nothing. They ain't got to do nothing but make money. They get paid for their initiative and their innovation. That's what capitalism is all about. All right, that's what capitalism is all about. All right, and that's what makes me come to work every day. I've got a talent, and as long as people are willing to pay for my talent, I go where the people want to pay for my talent. That's, people say, well, capitalism is greedy. Hold on, we're greedy. We want to do the best that we can for ourselves as well, right? And you know something, if from an earnings perspective, if you want to get a big increase in your earnings, go to another job who's willing to pay for your talent. LeBron did it, right? LeBron took his talents to Miami. Well, it wasn't all about the money, but for the most part, that's what we as Americans do, and we are afforded that opportunity through capitalism. All right, so I'm putting that out there. Watch Disney this week. That's going to be very interesting on what's going on with them. Now, another stock, here's Rivian. Rivian is down. You know, I'm a big fan of EVs. Rivian down amid reports Ford is selling shares at a discount. So it was Ford and Amazon that was on board with getting Rivian as a SPAC, right? Ford, right out the bat, they had a falling out, but Ford is selling their shares. It's going to affect Rivian adversely. Ford is aggressively going into the EV business. Ford, GM, two companies that are really poised to go after Tesla for the big boys. What did Kirby say? Kirby says, not on this trip, email. Okay, that's you guys are still talking. Glenn, is VectorVest also paying you for your singing talent? They should. No, they don't pay me. Joey, should VectorVest pay me for my singing talent? Yes or no? Joey says no. All right. All righty then. That hurts me. That hurts me. Joey, I'm gonna cry a little bit. All right. So that's gonna be interesting. Watch Ford, watch Rivian. Rivian is probably gonna take a dip because of this. Ford, I think, they had the F-150 Lightning. They sold out of them. They're not even trying to sell anymore right now. They sold out of them. So now it's a supply issue on being able to supply those trucks. Another one, company moving up, BBIG. A lot of people have heard of this stock. Vinco sets record date in distribution. They're splitting. The effect of separation of Vinco and Cryptide into two independent publicly traded companies. Well, that gives them an opportunity to have two different companies on their own merits to make money. So that's a stock that was moving up that I wanted to put out there. Another stock that's moving up, SIDU. Why is that moving? I did a short video today. SIDU Space and Daruva Space will explore collaborations to support the missions of space programs in India and the U.S. through strategic alignment and value add agreements. We got SpaceX with Elon Musk. This is another space story. And you know about space, right? It's the final frontier. And these are the voyages of all of these people trying to get into space. Why? To explore new life and seek out new civilizations. And at some point, they're going to boldly go where no one has gone before. So I think space is a big story. If you didn't get that, something's wrong with you. If you didn't get what I just said, something's wrong with you, or you don't look at enough TV. That's all I got to say about that. That's all I got. If you didn't understand what I just said, then you don't watch Enough in TV. All right. And Sonny says, get what? Really, Sonny? You really didn't get that? Sigh. Wow. Nobody, Strange New World is right. That was a Star Trek. Everybody knows that was a Star Trek thing. That's wow. Somebody, Tabula says, Glenn sounds spaced out. Wow. All right. I thought that was a good segue into just keep on going. All right. So that SIDU was on a big rise, and that's just why more of a push into the whole space business. My good friend Patrick did a great video this week about GME, the two main meme stocks, GME and AMC. GME talking, I like what they're doing to pivot. And again, he did a great video. If you didn't watch it, please go check out the video that he did this past Friday. I'm going to go on the other side of that. AMC stock has been cut in half since 2022, but hope springs eternal with the telltale quarterly report on Monday afternoon. So this afternoon, we'll see if AMC is making any headway into trying to get into positive territory. They're going into the crypto business. You can buy tickets now, excuse me, through AMC with crypto, with Dogecoin and Shiba. So they're trying to pivot as well as they can. I still think that GME has done a better job, actually. Ahmad says, Glenn, what's good? What's up, Ahmad? Glad to have you. AMC is gaining. So I am of the mindset when it comes down to AMC and GME is to time those trades. That's my opinion. To time those trades. Are they shorted, overshorted? Absolutely. But they keep getting held back and da-da-da. I'm not getting into all of that. But they are overshorted, but both companies are trying to pivot to prove themselves to be better than what everybody else thinks they are. Another stock that I really, really like is Palantir. I think they had earnings and they blew it. Palantir plunges 21% on weak revenue guidance and earnings miss. I still think, and this is interesting how they fall in the way that they have, knowing that they've gotten all of the contracts that they've gotten, all of the governmental contracts, not only in the United States, but across the world, and they still miss on earnings. So my only thinking or my only thought is that they're taking all of the money that they're getting for these contracts to put back into the business to make it more sturdy, make it more fundamentally stronger, the whole 9 yards. And I still think that people don't understand the beauty of what Palantir does. I currently do own it. I'm taking this plunge. I'm taking this hit on the stock. I do believe in the stock long term. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I really do. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So Emmeline evidently. See, listen, I don't want you guys to argue. If you got opinions, we can respectfully disagree with everybody, with anybody's opinions. Don't get all pissed off at each other, or else this bot will kick you out or shut you down. I'm telling you. All right, this ain't the platform for that. All right. I want to spur conversation, but if you're going to get all out of pocket, man, we got a bot that will just sit you down. I'm putting that out there, putting you on there. Glenn, hoorah, let's talk VV timing. We're going to get there, Jeff. We're going to definitely get there. All right. If you're not a VectorVest subscriber, we have indicators that lets us know when the market is looking for a bottom, and we're at that point. We're going to talk about that in a second. And the last one, you wanted to talk about Bitcoin. Now, this is interesting. I don't know how many of you knew this, but a $3.5 billion bet on Bitcoin becoming a reserve currency for crypto is being put to the test. How many of you knew that there was crypto project Terra is buying billions of crypto or Bitcoin to support UST as a controversial stablecoin? How many of you knew about this? So our government, it looks like, is putting a big bet on crypto as a reserve currency. I need to do a little, and if I can dig into this a little bit, I might have to do a video on this week. Did anybody know that? Its creator, Do Kwon, believes Bitcoin can become the reserve currency of the Terra ecosystem. All right, so U.S. Terra. I need to do a little bit more investing, not investing, but investigating into this. A multi-billion-dollar bet that Bitcoin can serve as a reserve currency for the crypto economy is already being tested as UST, a controversial stablecoin, struggles to maintain about dollar. I want to look into this, and I think that I may have to do a Bitcoin video this week. So it's not about our US market, it's in the Terra. All right, I'm gonna look into this, and if I can make some heads or tails of this, I may do a video on it this week. I may definitely do a video. All right, so those are all my news stories. Let's get into the software. And let's take a look at what's going on with our main indexes. The VIX is up. Everybody knows that tracks the volatility of the S&P 500. It's up over 11%. So not only, excuse me, sorry, folks. Not only is there blood in the street, but there's fear. There's fear because there's a lot of volatility in the market, and that's what's going on. The VIX is up, but people are getting out of the IWM or the lower dollar low cap stocks. Let's go to the graphs real quick. We're looking at all of the major indices. Big falls coming out of the gate. Here's our VectorVest composite, which tracks the move of over 9,000 stocks. Thus, we use it for market timing. Here's the Dow. Here's the Qs. Here's the spiders. But while we're on, they've all tried to make a little bit of a rebound back up. I'm looking at intraday 5-minute bars right here, and there it is. It's just not happening. It's just not happening. Market in crypto is so MS. I'm not sure what that is. All right. These people are mean. Listen, Emmeline, nobody's being mean. Nobody's being mean. So, and you know something, when you talk about Elon Musk, you can do so. Your opinion is your opinion. I think as an innovative individual, I think he's a good guy. I think he's made a lot of money, and I think he's helping a lot of other people to make money. And to say that he shouldn't be doing what he's doing, that's your opinion. I think it was a good business decision to take a company that wasn't making money like Twitter to try to turn it around and make money. Why? Because that's capitalism. And I think that if he saw an opportunity to make money with the company and turn it around, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? All right, that's my opinion in regards to that. Cesar says, do you believe in the future of crypto? I'm thinking about buying a dip for crypto. I think that crypto is going to be extremely important when the metaverse comes out. But I don't think the metaverse is going to happen tomorrow. I don't think that it's going to happen tomorrow. So because it's not going to happen tomorrow, and I truly don't have the answer as to why crypto is going down. And I think that's going to really make for a good story. If I can get all of the facts together for this week, I think it's going to be a good story. So we'll see. They should make drones look like the Starship Enterprise. Oh, heck yeah, that would be. And it should come with vocals that says, just before it goes crashing into something, it says, and boldly go where no man has gone before, boom, and it blows up. Wow, if Ukraine could do that, and then play the Valkyrie song, dun, 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 boom, woo! I don't know how it popped up. I just got pumped up over that. I don't know, because I'm a former military guy. I think I would love that. I would love to be able to do that. Woo wee! And then I think Russian people would be, as soon as they hear that, they'd be running for the hills. They would be running for the hills. Stagflation really happening. So let's talk about stagflation. From a stagflation thing, what are we looking for? We're looking at, again, I did my video on that, Shazar. Please go take a look at it. I don't think it's at stagflation problems either, because both stagflation and disinflation look at high unemployment, and I don't think we're ready for stagflation either. I think that eventually all of what's going on is going to turn itself into a recession, Cesar. That's what I think is going to happen. But again, I am not an economist, folks. I really am not. All I can do is educate you on what I know and put the pieces together to help you make better understanding, or have a better understanding of what's going on. So that's what I'm looking at, Shazar. Does that make sense? All right. But if you haven't watched the videos, stagflation, disinflation, recession on our YouTube channel, please do so. I like John says, cloaking device engage. I like that. Would you buy SQQQ right now? Let's talk about that in a second. I'm going to add another graph. I'm going to put on the market timing graph. And I don't do this very often for this segment. I talk a little bit about this on Trending Thursday because today's midday market, what's going on today. But I want to show you something. If you are a subscriber, we have indicators called the MTI and the buy to sell ratio. I'm not going to get deep, dark, and heavy into what they are. But this indicator is cast on a scale between 0 and 2. When it's at a level of 0.60, the market's looking for a bottom. The buy to sell ratio, when it gets to a level of 0.20, the market's looking for a bottom. We are currently, with the pullback in the market, with the blood in the streets, with the fear in the market, we are currently looking for a bottom. Now, how do we know when a bottom happens? When the market stops going down and it starts going up. Now, interesting, if I look at the last 3 days, wick. All right, so we have not closed at the session lows on these last 3 days to include today. We do have a wick at the bottom of this candle, which means that we are not trading at session lows today. Those are good signs that the market has a possibility of rebounding. But I've got no candlestick pattern telling me that yet. I've got no hammer. I've got no real bounce off support because each day it finds a level of support. We keep breaking through it. So we are looking for a bottom. There's the blood in the streets. But until the VectorVest software can tell me anything about what's going on right now as of let's go rock and roll, I'm not ready to tell you to rock and roll. If you're going to buy the SQQQ, be careful because, again, notice that each day, even though we've got red candles, we are coming off of session lows. Would I tell you to buy the SQQQ here where we're trading close to session lows? Absolutely. Close to session lows or right at the session lows, close to session lows, right at the session lows? Yes. But when we're bouncing off of session lows intraday, those become trades. Does that make sense, Roy? Those become trades, all right? Those become trades, and I'm not going to tell you to hold them overnight. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, let's go back to my viewers tab. Let's go talk about the stocks that made the news, all right? So if inflation is getting better, it's going to hurt oil and gas. And you know something? It is hurting oil and gas right now. Do I still think that petroleum is the best place to be? I say yes. One day doesn't make a trend. Excuse me. If you watched the special presentation this week on trying to find strength in sectors, petroleum is still one of, if not the only sector that's making money, not only over a 20-day period looking at price, but on a 10-day period getting better. So I'm putting that out there. And Roy says, yes, thanks. I'm a subscriber too. I got you, my friend. Listen, my goal here is not to tell you what to do. My goal is to try to answer your questions and help you to make the right decisions. What's getting killed today? Well, the news. How about Palantir, Rivian, both getting killed today? How about SIDU, the space stock, or India getting into the space business? Well, these stocks were rising. Well, except for Palantir. I own Palantir, and it's just, all right. Rivian, I still, as much as I like what they can do, and I like their vehicles, can they produce the product? Can they keep up with demand? And that's the big thing about all of my EV stocks. Can they keep up with demand? And the only one that's really building cars hand over fist is Tesla. With all of the gigafactories they have and gigafactories they're still building, Tesla is it. But Ford and GM already have the manufacturing expertise to make their vehicles. All right, so I still think that as these big manufacturers are getting on board with EVs, they're going to have the ability to halfway keep up with Tesla. All right, I have been recording dailies, VectorVest, plus more. Listen, I am of the mindset that you can make money in the current market's condition. There's no reason why you can't. And I say that because I'm doing it. All right. I ain't going to tell you something that can be done if I can't do it. I'm doing it, but I'm using the VectorVest software. Some of it is shorter term trades. If I can make 5, 6, 7, 8% on a stock and take it and move on to the next stock, then I'm going to do that. Tesla, well run. They don't do any advertising. It's all word of mouth. They don't have to do anything. They are the name in EV. They are the name in EV. There's no getting around that. All right. So, and I like that. Tabula says, don't worry, stagflation will be transitory. I do not think that word means what you think it means. I do not think that word transitory means what you think it means. It's another great movie, by the way. But notice that all of the stocks that I've gotten here that are making the news, they're all going down today. Wow. A couple of them are buy recommendations. There's oil and there's natural gas are buy recommendations. These are ETFs. But as I go down the list, though, the Disney earnings, I would be telling you to keep your eyes on that. Ford going along with Rivian, Palantir, they missed earnings and revenues. BBIG splitting their company. AMC earnings coming out today. SIDU coming off a big move to the upside. I'm thinking a lot of that for this is profit taking. All right, I'm thinking that is for profit taking. So these are the stocks that were making the news with a big down day for the last 3 days. I think, excuse me, that they're just caught up in all of the downward pressure moving in the market right now. All right, next thing, earnings this week. All right, there's a lot of stocks coming out with earnings this week. And I like that we did take a look at the market timing graph to get a feel of what's going on in the market. Are we at a bottom? No, not until the market stops going down and starts going up. Are we at stagflation? Not just quite yet. Are we at disinflation? Not just quite yet. Are we at a recession? Not just quite yet. The market is sitting in a mode of waiting what to do. The algos are waiting to decide which way they want to go. Do you agree with that? Type of 1. If you don't agree with that, type of 2. Do you agree with the algos are sitting back waiting to determine which way they need to pull the trigger? All right, so this is the second time I talk about algorithms today. I think that they are playing a big role in our market. I think that they really are playing they're playing a bigger role. So Scott says no. I'm with you on Scott. And that's your opinion. I don't think that, let's go back to the graphs. I don't think that we push the market down that big as retail investors. Do we all short cover on that day? And do we all follow through? That's a gap down. That's a gap down. Do we all just decide to panic and all short sell? And if we do, all right. All right. I think that the algorithms play a role. When do you predict the market will be at a bottom? I don't predict. I don't know. I don't know, and I won't know until the market stops going down and starts going up. Trend is your friend. Algo and option traders piling in the short and puts. I don't disagree with that. But you know something? I think the downside risks outweigh the upside potential right now. I think that the market is at a point, excuse me, where it's really oversold. That I don't know if we've still got more room to make money to the downside unless you're day trading that. All right, unless you're day trading that, I don't think that we've got a lot of room to the downside. The market has been depressed. We have the blood in the streets. What do people start to do? A lot of people are going to say, forget this. I see all of these good stocks at bargain low prices right now, and that's going to spur up buying. All right, it doesn't seem that it's going to have to take a catalyst for the market to bottom. It's going to take big money saying enough is enough. It's going to take big money saying, Popeye, that's all I can stand. I can't stand no more. And the market starts moving up. That's what I think is going to happen, more so than a catalyst pushing the market higher. Now, let me take that back a second. If that does happen, I don't know how long the burst to the upside is going to last, because there's no true catalyst pushing a bottom. Does everybody in the room understand that? That if the big money says enough is enough and they're going to jump into stocks, I don't know how long that can last without some kind of a real catalyst to push the market higher. All right. Scott says the market's in stupid mode. The market's is taking a wait and see. The market is sitting back right now, taking a wait and see to see what happens. I think we need a big down day with huge volume increases to call the bottom. Scott, I don't disagree with that. I think that if we had a big down day with big volume and people covering their shorts and blah, 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 it sets the table for a reset and people to turn around and go, yeah, it's time to start buying these stocks at bargain low prices. All right, so that's what I'm looking at. Is that 7.5 a good number? What's 7.5? If the inflation number comes in around 7.5, the market jumps and it stays or will come down the next day. So Mandip, to say the 7.5, is that a good number? The number is still jacked up high, but it's better than 8.5. It is, and I still think that right now, possibly when CPI numbers come out, it's going to be better than 8.5, but still in the 7s and still showing high. Now, that'll be a catalyst that take that mentality of the blood in the streets coupled with a lower high inflation. Those two things together could be a catalyst. Mainly even the better inflation, even though it's high, could be your catalyst. All right. So Glenn, what would be looking to buy if that happens? All right. I'm glad you asked that question. Let's go to my viewers tab because now I'm going to go to my, all of these stocks are coming out for earnings this week. I sort this by relative safety before I'm going to get right into your question, James. The stocks that have the best potential on meeting or exceeding earnings: Tyson, EA, Sunny. That's all the words I really know to the song, except for Sunny. Wendy's, Toyota Motors. These have relative safeties above 1. But I'm thinking that a lot of companies, part of their earnings are going to be on slowdown on getting the goods that they need. We'll see. I think now companies still, for the most part, by FactSet, are still beating their earnings. It's the forward guidance that's hurting them. All right, let's talk about James's question. James says, so where would you be buying? Where would you be looking to buy? Well, every week I look for what the fastest sectors are in the software. I go to the Unisearch tool, and I'm going to go over to Delta Search's sectors. Let's see what's moving right now. All right, let's see what's moving right now. Let's double click on the 10-day RT Delta. Let's see what deltas, what sectors are moving up by our indicator relative timing. Only one sector is moving up over the top 10 last 10 days. Office. It's up 3.61%. How many of you saw my presentation who are VectorVest subscribers? How many of you saw my presentation this week in the special presentation? Type a me in the room. How many of you who are VectorVest subscribers saw my special presentation this week? All right, there you go. So I'm going to show you something. Let's go get a stronger feel of what sector is moving. All right, we're looking at a 10-day price sector, not RT now, a 10-day price sector. And I want to make sure over the last 20 days, the sector is moving up as well. Let's run this. Let's go see what's here. Notice that the paper sector over the last 20 days is up, but down over the last 10 days. So James, what would I buy right now? I'm not sure. From a sector perspective, I'm not sure. And with the stocks moving the way that they are, let's do this with industries. Here's my Delta Citrus Industries. Let's do that too. So a 10-day price on industries. Wow, look at this. I got a lot more industries moving up. Energy, petroleum. A lot of petroleum industries. Let's do the same thing that I did with the sectors. Let's go with industry, price volume. You want to know what's moving, so let's go see what I can do here. Delta. Let's do a 20-day price delta now. And let's go greater than 0. Let's see what industries by price are moving up, both on a 20-day and a 10-day. Wow. Look at that. Over the last 20 days, energy coal is up 3.65%. In the last 10 days, up 10.73. You want to know what I'm looking at, James, to get into? Let's right-click. Let's view the stocks. And let's see what's moving. Ooh, nothing today. Interesting. It's only 15 stocks. Let's see if any of them are moving today. None of them are moving today. So this is a good way to try to find what is moving today. ETF shorts. Look at that. So over the last 20 days, I love that I can do this with VectorVest. Oh, why does that not show me what I'm looking for? Over the last 20 days, look at that move, 18%, but not getting better, but 18% over the last 20 days. I'm trying to find something that's up over the last 20 days and higher over the last 10 days. Here's another one, petroleum. Here's another one, building. Here's not another one. So let's go look at petroleum, international specialty. James, does this make sense to you what I'm doing? All right, from the perspective, only 4 stocks, but nothing's moving today because the market's so down today. But even if you're not a subscriber to the software, does this, what I'm showing you, make sense? Type a yes or a no in the room. By way of what VectorVest provides for our subscribers, to always have an understanding of what's moving, no matter what the market's doing, to have an understanding of what's moving. Does this make sense to you guys? Whether it's on a sector or whether it's on an industry, I can always point you in the direction of what's moving. If you're not a subscriber to the software, you know something? We offer a trial for 30 days for 99 cents. What I just did, if you're not a subscriber to the software, you can have that for 99 cents. Go to www.vectorvest.com/YT for YouTube. All right. It gives you 30 days for 99 cents. You want to always know, no matter what's going on in the market, what you get into. This is a good way to look at that perspective. I am going to save this. Save as /strong industries. I'm going to keep that in my Delta searches industries long. So I created that. I love being able to have that at my fingertips, folks. And for all of you who are not subscribers to the software, listen to the VectorVest subscribers in the room. I'm the guy that works for the company. Listen to the people that are in the room. That's the best sales tool that I have, is them. All right. That's my best sales tool for you to take that 99-cent trial. All right. So I got to say about that. All right. Market moving down. Its graph looks like 2008. So remember, when we just did this, what was something else to take a look at that was moving over the last 20 days and 10 days? ETF short. Right click, view the stocks in that industry group. The system is bringing that to the forefront. Look at them moving. This is today, folks. Look at those moves. Ooh-wee. Again, so everybody who is not a subscriber in the software, listen to those people right there typing up in the room. That's not me. That's them. That's them. How can you not be a subscriber? I've been with VectorVest for 20 years. You know something, John? I say that too, but there's a lot of people out there who are not. And you know one thing I ain't going to do? I ain't going to twist your arm and make you go. That's all up to you. You want to have a little bit of an edge when it comes down to trying to investing in the market, I give you a taste of what you can do every Monday. All right, industry ETFs. Where's the money going today? Let's talk about where the money's going today. Nowhere. Consumer staples. Look at that. That's it. And it's only up a little bit. Today is just not a good day. You know, hey, Joey, I think today I'm going to have to use my AK. Today ain't going to be a good day.
Uh-oh.
That's right. I think I'm going to, this market is acting crazy. I might have to use my AK.
Are you going to give away a mug or no?
I'm going to give away a mug. I still got to give away a mug. All right. I'm almost finished with everything here. All right. I'm going to give a keyword. John says, danger, real Robertson. AK 40. Scott, you don't know what an AK is? Sigh. I'm going to push that. All right. I'm going to give away a mug today. Keyword, inflation. Type it in the room. Keyword, inflation. And Joey's going to pick somebody to give away a mug. Yes, AK-47. AK is in it. I'm not. Lord, somebody's going to say, this guy on YouTube is saying he's going to shoot up people with his AK-47. I didn't say nothing like that. Before that goes flying off, I ain't said nothing like that. It's a song. It's a rap song. Yeah. Somebody's going to sigh. I shouldn't have said nothing. I shouldn't have. It ain't nothing like what I'm trying to do at all. It is an Ice Cube song. I take a deep breath. All right. So, in Flamita, I'm just saying, Joey's going to pick somebody. While that's going on, my new speculative plays, some stocks I want you to keep your eyes on. All right, stocks I want you to keep your eyes on. Not all of them are going up. Some of them are. Write these down. Keep your eyes on them. A lot of these, I'm looking at some technical moves on them. Let's just do this real quick. Even while it's going, let's do this real quick. Why do I like some of these stocks? Look at that. 3/8 are still positive, even though the market's moving down. Stocks staying a buy recommendation. Going to do these real quick. Look at the equity curve on this. All right. Even though down day, open red candle, 3 and 8 look good. One day doesn't make a trend, but look at the trend on this. Look, so these are stocks that I think are speculative plays, but could give you an opportunity. 3 and 8 just crossing there, 3 and 8 just crossing there, 3 and 8 just crossing there, 3 and 8 just crossing and at a level of resistance. I want you to keep your eyes on these stocks. All right, that's all I want you to do. Rap song. I retract my inflation. All right, so Lou, no cup for you. No cup for you. All right. I want a picture of Glenn also on the mug. If you can do it, don't worry, I can do it. Joey, they want a picture of me. Can you put a picture of me on the mug? Can we get pictures of me on these mugs? Joey?
We can tape something on there.
You can tape a picture on there. How many of you want to tape? We're not going with Bidenflation. I told you this ain't the place for that. This ain't the place for that. Glenn for president. Nope. Like, if you want a picture, if you win and you want a picture of me taped on the cup, let Joey know. Let Joey know. All right. Today's big movers. Not a lot of stocks moving up big today on a down day today, but a couple of them are. Look at this. HMTV up 79% today. Let's go see what the stock news is on that, because I haven't the slightest idea. 79%. 4 hours. Televisa, Univision to buy streaming service Pantaya to bulk up Vixx. Sounds Spanish. Oh, it is. Like Telemundo. I used to look at, remember the days where you can get the UHF channels and you just turn that channel. I used to look at Lucha Libre, which was Spanish wrestling. All right. So, or you remember you hit that, you go to see Speed Racer and it'd be in Spanish. Yeah. All right. So that's why that stock is up today. I just sent you guys back in time. I sent many of you back in time. I know I did. What else? Something else is up bigly today. 41% Sopa. Let's go view the stock news on that. No, David, again, no politics in here. 3 months ago, what's going on with this stock? 4 hours ago, Society Pass reports Q1 final Financial results sees 4,580% year revenue growth. Good gravy. That's a lot. Not a lot right there. Well, it's up 42%. All right. So some stocks that are bigly moving up today. Big update tomorrow, says David. You know me, I'm not going to predict. Look at where we are now. Remember I said the silver lining or a little bit good news is that we weren't trading at session lows? Look at where we are right now. We're getting close to session lows. We're falling down close to session lows. I don't know if we go for a big update tomorrow. Only thing I look at is, could we have a reprieve? And again, do we get to a point where big money says enough is enough and stocks are at sale prices to push the market higher? You remember Gold Speed Racer? Yeah, Maria says, Gold Speed Racer, go. Speed Racer. When I was a kid, I would run home to watch Speed. I love Speed Racer. Glenn, are you doing the weekly Oh, I'm glad you reminded me. Yes, Paul, I'm so glad you reminded me. I've got to do the 2 o'clock Q&A on the special presentation. I am doing that. Sigh. That comes up in about an hour. Are you on YouTube again in an hour? I'm not going to be on YouTube again in an hour, but I will be on GoToWebinar for the special presentation from the strategy this week. Big money is waiting for retail to capitulate. You know, when you say retail to capitulate, are people ready to buy? People are you, tell me in the room, are you willing to go spending money right now? Going out to Macy's and everything, are you guys willing to go out there and spend the money on the prices that are out there? Yes or no? Are you? All right. And this is another way you can let the market pull inflation down. But that could take some time. That could definitely take some time. So the Fed's way of doing it is raising interest rates to pull inflation down. There's a difference between the two. All right, so I think just every time we get these big days, we get a little rebound. Big days, rebound. Big days. This was the Fed last week, rebound, and then back to, and we are right now trading at session lows for the day. Could we be in for a rebound tomorrow? Absolutely. But I am telling you that the market is looking for a bottom as well. Retail traders. All right, Jeff. All right. Supply is a problem, Derek, and who's going to fix it? All right, think about that, folks. Everybody wants to tell me that supply is a problem. How do you fix it? And if somebody can give me a good answer, I will push that all over this platform to make it happen. We can't fix it, folks. That's an unfortunate reality. We can't. Glenn can fix it. Yeah, I ain't fixing it. I can't fix it. Fix it. No, I think that even if we fix the employment situation, the only way to fix the employment situation, Ms. McClintock, is you're going to have to raise wages. If you raise wages, what's going to also happen? Prices for goods and services are still going to go up, and it's going to cause inflation. Jim Main, there it is. Jim Main has won the giveaway. Jim Main, you need to send an email to connect@VectorVest.com. If you want Joey to make a picture and put it on there, tell Joey. Jim, are you here? Huh?
He also needs to be here.
Oh, he needs to be here. Jim, if you're not here, you can't win. Jim, I'm going to give you 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. There he is. Bingo. Jim got it. Welcome. Congratulations, Jim. You won a VectorVest mug. You need to send an email to connect@VectorVest.com. Connect@VectorVest.com. We will send you your mug. I'm right at 1 o'clock. We talked about a lot of stuff today. Joey, put me on my other screen. We talked about a lot of stuff today. And hopefully, you know, I think that people are on YouTube and it's all about, tell me what stock to buy, or tell me. I showed you some direction on what industries were still moving, what stocks within those industries could possibly keep moving. I talked about what's going on in the market. Are we at a bottom? Not quite. We don't know that we're at a bottom until the market stops going down and starts going up. What do we look for? We look to see if the market takes off. What happens with the indices? Do we get a primary wave up? A lot of things as a VectorVest subscriber we have access to. Again, if you're not a subscriber to the VectorVest software, go to www.vectorvest.com/YT for YouTube. Our YouTube subscribers, 99 cents for 30 days. And you get access to tonight. Somebody's going to be doing a daily color guard. This is my week to do the daily color guard report, but I won't be doing it today, and I may not be doing it Thursday, or it may be late Thursday, one of the two. Bye, Glenn. I'm going to get drunk and forget about this depressing stuff. David, it's not depressing. You know why? The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Oh, wow, you putting up the music, Joey? Wow, Joey is drowning me out. Hey, folks, I'll see many of you who are subscribers to the VectorVest software at 2 o'clock on the Q&A session for the strategy of the week. But until then, adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara. Aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Bon dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until next time, folks, see ya.